My name is Aaron King. I've been coming to Parisi for about 14 years now. I started back when I was end of freshman year. One of my teammates, Sean Bukarvik, actually introduced me to it. Then, he brought me in and we started doing off-season workouts. And it was really tough stuff that I'd never done before, different dynamic exercises like to warm up. He took that really serious, different core exercises. I remember doing hundreds of wall toss, Boku balls, that's what you call them, the medicine balls, doing hundreds of those a day just to work on our core, a lot of running. And, just we were in the groups together. It was me and my friend Nancy, and we were just training partners. We just got together and we just kept working out every day. And, Parisi became a home to us. And so what we did was, we started working on track and field drills, different exercises to kind of work on our techniques. And eventually, the season came around and I had the best season ever. I was a sophomore and I broke the school record. And that was kind of what got me hooked. I worked hard and then I had success here at Parisi. And, I just kind of kept with it along the years. And then I wound up being, two-time national runner-up in track and field, as four-time All-American. Things that I would never have been able to do if I didn't participate here at Parisi. I mean, you got to think about it. I went from being a kid who had, really bad grades to getting good grades because, I had something to look forward to. A home here and at school, my team. And then, college letters were coming in left and right. I remember getting letters from Harvard, Cornell, Princeton, you name it. I had all the schools coming after me and I was just blown away. I'm like, oh my God, I just got a letter from Harvard, Who's doing that? And it really changed my life. Somewhere I could come to after school when a lot of the kids that I grew up around was kind of starting to go the other way. So Parisi kind of, steered me in the right direction. It helped me with self-esteem, helped me with leadership, helped me with planning, because there's a lot of things that I could do now in life. I learned it based off of my athletic performance, being here. Robbie could tell you this. I was in the gym. I was in the gym late, 8:30 on Fridays. I would come Saturday mornings. I would come, they told me come 4 times a week. I was here 5 to 6 days a week, and I just really lived here. I was so immersed. I was, all in, as you could say. It really changed my life. And I don't think I would have had the success if I didn't come here. I wouldn't have been able to travel the world essentially, going to college. I went to University of Connecticut where I had a phenomenal career. I won the Big East championship every year since my freshman year all the way through. I was 2-time Big East Performer of the Year. And really that came because of the work ethic that I learned here. And I'm really, truly grateful. I have a great career now and, a good future. And it really wouldn't have happened without Parisi. It really did change my life. It's been 14 years since I've been coming to Parisi and I keep coming back, and here's some of the reasons. When I was a kid, I looked up to a lot of the older guys. I'm like, man, that guy's she's chiseled, I'm like, I want to be strong like him one day. And then as I just kept coming along, I became that guy essentially, and I just want to be able to be there. If some other kid looks up to me and says, man, I want to be like that guy one day, I want to do the exercises that he's doing. I just want to give back, really. I just want to let kids know that, just as long as you stick with it, you can really do whatever you want, and this is, I can't work out in a regular gym anyway, so it just doesn't feel right. This is home. So I want to be here, one, to give back to the kids, so that way the kids can see hey, I can do this. I can be a successful athlete. I can go and have a career if I'd like to. But more importantly, I enjoy just being here. If you're a kid and you're trying to become a high-level athlete, and you're thinking about going to a Division I school or even professional, there's a lot of reasons why you should come to Parisi. One, you gotta be in it to win it, I found that the best athletes in my area, we all were at Parisi. The Del Barton boys, kids at my high school, just all the best athletes. Rick, I remember when I wasn't 100% here, I was at other places too. I just remember meeting up with guys like Rick Porcello. Just without being here, you're not gonna be able to be in that network. And I think you just really, and they just surround yourself with greatness. And without that, you won't be successful. I remember beating the Olympic gold medalist in track and field the year he won the Olympic gold medal. It was some technicalities there, but I still won. And how many people can say they beat the Olympic gold medalist in the year that they won the gold medal? I think some of the reasons that this place will take to the next level is, yes, science is involved. I feel like Parisi is always going to be up on the most advanced dynamic exercises, the most up-to-date change of direction exercises, the different strength exercises. Constant research is going into this company. The trainers are always up to date. They attend seminars. They're always trying to better themselves, watching videos, studying. And I think that they put in the work, we put in the work, and together it creates this synergy and it allows us to be just great athletes. It doesn't really matter if you're Division I professional athlete, being an athlete in general, or just participating in extracurricular activities. I mean, the statistics show for itself. You are at a higher risk of graduating and doing more in life. So I want to encourage kids to come to Parisi. I want to encourage kids to do sports. But more importantly, I want to encourage kids to be successful in life. Participate in extracurricular activities, no matter if it's Parisi or if it's the chess club, whatever it is, you just got to be involved. But being a part of this environment, I mean, you're working on your physical, you're working on your mental. I mean, those are two things that are going to help you be successful in life in general. And being able to have self-discipline, come here and work out, it's going to be that much easier to go in school or in work and be able to be successful. You can take the same principles you learn here and you can apply it anywhere in life. Whatever you learn here, you'll be able to do whatever you want with it. So I definitely encourage people to be a part of Parisi, but I definitely encourage people to be a part of extracurricular activities in general. Oh yeah, you know what? And also you have to pay attention to mechanics and foundations, because a few of the things that we really focused on, I remember Robbie just pounding technique, core. We did really simple things. We became great at really simple things. And all of a sudden, we were doing these really complex things that just naturally started to happen. So if one thing I can tell you to pay attention to, work on your endurance, work on your core, work on your dynamic exercises. Those are the most important things. So some of you watching, especially parents who have questions about how can my kid compete at the highest level, some things I would suggest is definitely pay attention to your kid. See what they want to do. Find their passions. Your passion cannot be their passion. One thing my parents were good about, they saw how much I love track and field, and they saw how much YouTube I was watching, how many books. I don't read all books, and they saw that I was reading books in it, so they allowed me to go to the camps. They supported me to travel, do whatever I wanted to do. They got me plane tickets to go work out with the Olympic gold medalists. They just saw how much I wanted and they invested in me. So invest in what your kid wants to do. You cannot force them to do something that they do not want to do. It will not work out. I mean, either they're gonna stop doing it now, or as soon as they get to college, they're gonna be one of those kids, they're gonna be off, because I've seen it all. I remember coming in as a freshman year and my coach said, there's 10 of you now, there's gonna be 5 of you next year, and by the time you graduate, there's gonna be 1 or 2. I didn't believe him, and that's exactly what happened. Why? Parents were forcing their kids to do what they wanted to do. They lost focus when they got to college. So if you want them to focus and do what they want to do in life, you have to invest in what they want to do. That's most important. One thing I would just like to tell people is it's going to take you about 10,000 hours to be great at what you want to do. It's really going to kick in after about 10 years. So nothing is going to happen overnight. If you want to have a long-term career, you want to be successful at something, you have to go all in. It takes 10,000 hours to master something, and you can never give up. I have a quote on my arm. It's from Vince Lombardi, and Robbie actually gave it to me. It says, once a man has made a commitment to a way of life, he puts the greatest strength in the world behind him. It's something we call heart power. Once a man has made this commitment, nothing will stop him short of success. And I live by that. You gotta go all in, you gotta put your heart into it. If it's not there, you won't be great.